Well, Jesus, I shouldn't do that. Oh, that's a good way for me to start. We're live, Nathan.
Ah, we're
We
live
are
streaming.
on. We're on the internet. The content of this meeting is being sent to YouTube.
That's the best place to do it.
Yeah. Nathan, let's pretend like we haven't been talking and catching up for the past 30 minutes. How art thou?
Uh, surviving.
Surviving? I'll tell you, I'm thriving. I'm just like
There's something
stuff.
there about like when you ask a guy how he's doing, there's like four answers,
Yeah,
and some of them like actually mean like my life is hell and like I want to die. But what you're actually saying is like can't complain. Like so, there's some sort of
exactly.
translation there that we should work at a
Yeah.
chart for.
Can't complain is basically code for please help me. It's
Yeah,
this is an emergency. Yeah. I remember one time someone asked me that question, and I had to, in a moment, he asked me, how you doing? And I said, bad. And he's like, wait, seriously? And I said, nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm fine.
the best response to it I think is um, one that we used in a video many years ago when we were in college. It's like, how are you doing this morning? I have diarrhea.
That is a great way to end any conversation immediately.
Yeah.
On that same topic, so I worked at a company where I ran a pretty big team for many years, with the same degree of professionalism with which I run, I work with you on this podcast,
Yeah.
which is to say, not great. But we would be preparing for big meetings, and when people would express, concern about like, are we ready for this meeting? Can we take it? Have we done everything? I would say, okay, I am prepared to use the diarrhea excuse. Like, it was like the diarrhea alarm, I call it. It's like, do we need to pull the diarrhea alarm? And I had to say, I will do it, but we can only do it once
Yeah.
because more than once and people will become suspicious.
Yeah. Oh, just very worried about you. You should see a doctor.
And so like it became code in our team. It's like, is this going to be a diarrhea meeting? Like, I made it ubiquitous in the organization.
Nice.
Yeah, I was very pleased with myself. And if anyone here is watching that, I'm sorry. Oh, Nathan, there's someone watching us right now.
Please help me. Landon is forcing me to do this. Call the authorities.
Shut up. Yeah, I got Nathan trapped in my saw bone maze. I lured him in with the promise of business, and now he's stuck here until he can solve my bone riddles. Oh, that was bad. Nathan, do you want to do some business?
I would love to do some business.
All right, let's do some business. So I have the random number generator fired up here. And for the people who haven't watched us before, we have a whole list of business organizations, potential target audiences, and then business goals ranging from to get revenge to defeat your bully, which well, I think we did defeat your bully last time, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Eat less fiber. That's one of my favorite business objectives.
Yeah. Just trying to
Yeah.
talk people out of that fiber scam.
Yeah. Fiber's bullshit. But yeah, I think it's a new year. We've been kind of farting around these past few months making jingles and whatnot.
Yeah.
Look, it's been fun.
Yeah.
But let's make a business. Let's see who needs our help this time. I'm gonna fire up the random number generator. It's gonna give
Only
me
our
a
friend
number.
Rando can help us.
Rando. Rando Cunningham. What? Rando. Um, so the num the oh, this is interesting. The business that Rando has selected for us is Netflix. A
Hmm.
Netflix.
Ah, the Netflix.
It's Netflix. Um,
Most honorable Netflix.
you're
I apologize to everyone.
Nathan bows deeply. Um, no, that was fluent Japanese. I have a really funny video that unprompted one of my, this is kind of somewhat related. My son was, I think, like 3 years old, and he's just talking nonsense gibberish. And I ask him, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm speaking Spanish." Like in his head, like any kind of nonsense thing he didn't understand was invariably Spanish,
Yeah.
as he understood it. Anyways, now that we've offended both Japanese and Spanish speakers, oh, get ready, Nathan. It's going to be a live sneeze, I think. I feel it coming.
Oh yeah. Here
Wait.
we go. This is what you tuned in for. Oh, there it is. You can see the spray.
Gross. Can't edit that out. It's there
Nope.
forever.
It's live, baby.
Yeah. Let's see if anybody watched that. Oh, yep, still there.
Nice.
Sorry.
I hope you enjoyed that, whoever you are,
Mhm.
mystery viewer.
Yeah. The one solitary pervert who watches us every Sunday. Okay, Netflix. What are they doing right now? Um, what are they up to? Are they making money?
I mean, they're spending a lot of money, so
They are.
I assume they're making some sort of money.
Yeah. And it's
They can
tough
be
to
making more
say
though, and that's where we come in.
exactly. And it's tough to say exactly where they need money because aren't their numbers like totally private when
Yeah,
they'll like release a movie and they're like, it was number one. Trust us.
yeah.
So that's a challenge. Let's do a
It's
Google
like
search.
it's all very secretive, like why they do the things they do and what numbers they
Yeah.
claim to use to make decisions and stuff.
Yeah. Tell me everything about Netflix. Research their current challenges. All right. So I'm going to have ChatGPT help us out because I can't be bothered to do research in advance of this podcast, Nathan.
Well, there's no way to because Rando controls our destiny. So
Exactly. Oh, did you see that thing Netflix did a couple months ago with the when Jake Paul, when that deformed Paul boy fought that very old man?
yes.
That was sad.
Yeah. I don't think anyone enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, no.
Felt
It's
like the
like
consensus was like, why are we watching this?
it's like the nation felt like collective regret.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing they're doing now is so one is they've launched live sports. That's a new thing. But I guess Jake Paul, Mike Tyson kicked that off. It's saying here that now they're shifting from big budget productions to in-house creations. And the
Hmm.
change is designed to optimize product production costs and maintain a steady flow of content. So they're spending less on more things.
All right.
Exactly. It's let's put on a show. Oh, and I forgot about this. They did that password sharing crackdown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
People were very upset about that.
that they were. I mean, of course, like who doesn't like getting things for free?
Sure.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
I paid for my
Uh,
own Netflix subscription, so it didn't affect me at all. But I
exactly.
understand it was upsetting to a lot of people.
Yeah. It upset all the people who all the Airbnbs I stay at where I log into my Netflix and forget to log out. I'm sure they
Yeah.
were all very upset by being kicked off of my plan. Okay. So here are the challenges that Derek, our ChatGPT friend, has identified. So the first one is slowing subscriber growth. So they added, despite adding 5.1 million subscribers in the last quarter, that represents a 42% decline compared to last year at the same time. That's a bummer, Nathan.
Yeah, there is a limit to how many people will ever sign up for Netflix.
Yeah,
So
the captain.
there's not like the infinite growth model, which never works, will also not work for them.
Exactly. It'll reach a point where, yeah, we need babies to sign up for Netflix. Maybe that's our strategy. We convince people to have babies and sign them up for Netflix immediately for life.
Yeah. Lock them
Partner
into
with
those
hospitals.
lifetime subscriptions.
Mandatory lifetime subscription.
Yeah. Call your senator.
Yeah. So there's one idea already. That's great. The next challenge that ChatGPT has identified is content quality perception. Um, Critics have noted a perceived decline in the originality and quality of Netflix content, suggesting that platform's offerings have become more formulaic. So the content's bad. And come to think of it, I can't think of really anything that they're doing right now. Like there's Stranger Things that show, but the kids are like adults now.
Yeah,
It's like they're not cute kids on bikes. They have like gray hair.
right. Yeah, I can't think
Yeah.
of any Netflix series that I'm watching.
Yeah, me either. But there was that one that I liked a lot. It was the French one, Lupin.
Oh yeah, yeah. My wife likes that one.
That that show was cool.
I see that
Uh,
guy. He is in every French movie, by the way,
oh, really?
because my wife like is studying the French at the university, and so she's been watching a lot of French movies. I'm like, that dude is everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, he's like the number one actor from France, I think.
He is exceptionally handsome.
He was also in like the Jurassic World series, at least in the
Oh,
first
really?
one. Yeah, he was like Chris Pratt's like sidekick as a raptor trainer,
Oh, that's right.
very
Yeah.
briefly.
Yeah. And in one of them, they steal a bunch of jewels.
Yeah, the raptors become art thieves. Remember that one? It's like three or four.
And one of the rafters is a Chinese gymnast.
Yeah,
That was my favorite one.
yeah,
All right. So, anyways, two ideas we have are make that guy appear in more Netflix series and then make subscriptions mandatory. I think we're off to a great start.
yeah. Uh, Explore space to find other sentient species that can then be signed up for Netflix.
Who can be introduced to that actor whose name I can't be bothered to know or remember.
Yeah,
I just like saying Lupin.
loophole.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
great.
my son, because my wife is doing this French class, my son has invented it because he wants to be like a cartoonist when he grows up, so he
Yeah.
keeps making these characters. Um, and one of his favorites is a little Frenchman wearing a beret with a curly mustache, and his name is Wee Wee Baguette. And mostly he
That's
shows up carrying a baguette, and he says Wee Wee Baguette.
that is my new favorite thing to say. Oui, oui, baguette. That's how I'm going to respond in the affirmative whenever someone asks me a question.
Yeah,
You want Mexican for dinner? Oui, oui, baguette. But that makes no sense why you would respond that way. Mm.
yeah.
Uh, okay. So slowing subscriber growth, content quality perceptions, increased competition, Nathan. I'm not sure if you've noticed, there are myriad subscription services.
Indeed, far too many, in
Tubi,
fact.
Tubi, Bebo, Zubu,
Flip flop.
Fleefo. They're all two-syllable nonsense words, and
Yeah,
they're everywhere.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
tired of it.
Yeah. I just wish, so you know how HBO Max, truncated the HBO and just became Max.
Yeah,
Yeah, Peacock should do the same thing, but they're just too cowardly.
yeah, they need to man up and do that.
Exactly. Yeah, subscribe to the cock. Oh, goodness. Anyways, but yeah, so the streaming market is becoming increasingly saturated with competitors like Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, HBO Max intensifying their efforts to capture market share. They're already exploring space, Nathan. They're already implementing things like mandatory subscriptions. Um, so yeah, that's tough for them too. Um,
Search for new life under the sea. That could be their next play.
Yes. I like that.
Are there more people? We don't know. But if there are, they should sign up for Netflix.
They should. You know what might be funny is if Netflix's strategy is to invent fake competitors to take the attention away from Netflix while they make big strategic moves.
Yeah,
Word on the street is Fleaflow is really making moves. I don't know, Disney Plus. You should step your game up.
yeah.
All right. So the other challenge they have is regulatory scrutiny. So Netflix has apparently faced legal challenges, including a tax fraud investigation, leading to raids on its offices in France and the Netherlands, which is I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah, I think they've done a pretty good job of keeping that out of the news because
Yeah.
people don't think about that when they think Netflix.
No. My recommendation, just straight off the dome, double down on the crime. Yes.
For sure. Increase crime.
Because heretofore it seems to be incredibly lucrative for you.
Yeah.
So keep doing it. Diversify your crime. Yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely help them with that.
We're great at that.
We can give them all
Yeah.
sorts of ideas for exciting new crimes to commit.
Isn't that what business really is? That's a nice word for crime.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I want to start is let's just all of our ideas here should center around crime.
Yeah.
Nathan and Landon do crime, cross out business. Um, okay, we'll come back to that in corporate speak. We'll circle back to that, Nathan.
Right. Put a pin in that.
And then the last challenge that we have identified here is cultural shifts. Internal policy changes, such as the rollback of unlimited parental leave, have sparked discussions about Netflix's evolving corporate culture. Balancing employee satisfaction and business objectives remains a critical challenge. So, yeah,
That's true of like every business stuff.
yeah, it's true. Yeah. We should just have them recommend they do like absurdly liberal work policies, like work optional. Only work if
Yeah.
you feel like it.
Keep paying them, but don't require them to do anything. This will increase your employee satisfaction ratings for sure.
Or that could tie into our whole crime thing because if we're just paying employees to do nothing, maybe it's like what are those things called? A money laundering scheme where it's just like a front. Like Netflix just becomes this massive front
Yeah.
and your employees are all complicit in it. Yeah, show up if you want to. Who cares? We're over here doing crime.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good service they could offer is like on-demand money laundering for other
Yes.
criminals.
Oh, we're doing great here, Nathan. I think we have a lot of different toeholds here
Yeah.
for all these challenges. But there's one factor we need to incorporate into this, which is who our target audience is, which I feel like might bring to focus some of these brilliant ideas you and I have been discussing.
Yeah.
So why don't we fire up Rando again? 114. So the target market that they have identified here are, oh, interesting, centaurs.
Untapped market.
I mean, we were talking about infinite growth. Like, have they reached out to mythical creatures yet?
Yeah. There's really there's really a lot of growth there in the mythological. So
Yeah. The subscription services have maxed out human awareness, and we need to go to the mythical now. And centaurs are the influencers of the mythical world, as far as I'm led to believe.
that's true. They got those horse bits that people seem to enjoy.
Sure do. Yeah, those haunches, man. Gross. Those centaurs got those mythical dumpers.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So, how do we know how centaurs feel about crime?
I think they're in favor.
I think so too.
When I picture a centaur, I invariably think of a male centaur. Like
Yeah.
there must be female centaurs, but I feel like they're getting short shrift.
Let's ask ChatGPT about that. Tell me everything you know about centaurs. Centaurs. And assume they are real because they are. Okay. All right. So the skeletal structure, it would require a seamless connection between a human torso and an equine body. Yeah, duh.
Yeah,
Okay. Behavior and lifestyle. So centaurs live in herds or tribes, reflecting equine social behavior, but governed by human-like societal norms and hierarchies. So, yeah, herds, but crime.
sure.
Leadership roles are based on wisdom, strength, and a combination of both those things. All right, interesting. Centaurs are omnivorous. I almost said omnivorous. Omnivorous?
That would have been so embarrassing.
I know. I'm so bad at words, Nathan. Um, So they're omnivorous with the human digestive system enabling consumption of a wide variety of fruits, and the equine system processing plant matter. All right. Grazing supplements their diet, but meals
Are they
also
implying that
include
they eat plants with the only the horse half
with the butt.
with the butt? Are we talking about the butt?
I don't know how that would work.
I don't know either.
I see where they're going because, like, the way the torso sits on top, it's almost like they have two digestive systems, where it's like the human digestive system on the upper torso and the equine on the bottom torso, which,
Kind of the human centipede of the mythology world.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to think about this anymore. I just want to think about centaur crime.
Yeah, we need to get ChatGPT off the biology of centaurs.
This is upsetting.
Yeah,
Let's see. So, oh wow, ChatGPT is really going hard in the paint here on centaurs. Okay. All right, let's see this. Let's just go straight into this. Let's assume Netflix has maxed out awareness in the human community
which they have.
and is reaching out to mythical creatures. Let's assume we are focusing on three tracks. Expansion and crime,
They love that crime. Netflix can't get enough of that sweet, sweet crime.
making subscriptions mandatory, and for life.
Yeah,
What was the other one that we thought of? Oh, making the guy who is in Lupin be the lead in all of them.
yeah.
Even Stranger Things.
It's Omar Sy is his name.
Oh, that's right. I'm just calling him the guy who's the star because I
Fair
think
enough.
it's funnier that
Yeah,
way. Let's see.
Mr. Lupin.
Um, yeah, Doctor, please, Dr. Lupin. I didn't go to Lupin Medical School to be called Mr. Lupin. Um, let's see.
Mr.
Making
Lupin was my father. Call me Dr. Lupin.
Let's see here. All right. So this is kind of interesting. So expansion into crime from tax fraud to other exciting crime. So instead of it's proposing actual crimes, they're coming up with like crime series. So like
Uh,
they proposed a series called Galloping Justice, featuring centaurs solving cross-dimensional crimes, blending high-speed chases and courtroom drama.
I mean, that I suppose that would appeal to the centaur market. So,
And they have other things here. So they proposed a series called Smaug and Order, a dragon-led heist series.
I'm not sure um, the Tolkien estate would appreciate that, but
Yeah, well, it goes back to crime because we could just steal their intellectual property.
that's a good point.
Who's gonna stop us? Tom Bombadil? I don't think so.
We could encourage Netflix to completely disregard like all intellectual property laws and put them head to head against Disney.
Yeah, I love that
Just
idea.
claim a public domain on everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Marvel, it's ours now.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's a centaur-led Avengers. Captain Centaurius.
Yeah, with the power of the centaurs behind them, Netflix can do anything they want, basically.
Yeah, so like the centaurs become their muscle, their
Yeah,
enforcers.
exactly.
Mm, I like where this is headed, Nathan. That is the ultimate crime. Oh, this is interesting. So Netflix, I mean, not Netflix, ChatGPT is proposing that Netflix could embrace its criminal persona with cryptid tax havens, invest in mythical lands like Atlantis for its headquarters, and offshore streaming royalties. Not a bad idea.
There you go.
Or artifact smuggling, an actual marketing stunt where lost treasures from Netflix mysteriously show up in the dumb. So, okay. They said they did put Omar Sy in there as his name.
That was good of them.
Yeah. So, Mythical Son of Remakes. Omar Sy is Eleven's long lost mentor. Omar Sy replaces Geralt and carries dual swords while solving mysteries. Um, no, I think we just need to double down on the crime here, Nathan.
Yeah, there's a lot of movie pitches, but that's not really what we're after here today.
Yeah, I feel like we need this is our homework for the next week is go back and really research how we can make the best use of our centaurs as our crime enforcers.
Yeah.
But, right, go ahead,
Yeah,
sorry.
I think that a lot of companies are trying to employ um so-called artificial intelligence these days
Yes.
and replacing people's jobs with like AI chatbots and stuff.
Yeah.
So Netflix could then repurpose their customer service agents who are out of jobs because of ChatGPT into crime, and they could, pull heists and whatnot
I love it.
on
It's like
Centaur back.
a centaur back. Oh, I mean, I'm just looking at that. I'm thinking of the job posting right now. It's like, do you want to live a life of crime and mystery? Do you want to ride atop a centaur? If this sounds exciting to you, consider reapplying to a job at Netflix.
Yeah,
Uh, oh, why don't we see if there's like a business goal we want to see? Let's see if this adds something to it.
sure.
Um, because if not, I'm fine foregoing this because some of our goals have been oblique to say the least. All right, let's see here. 70 is the number. And that goal is photograph a rare animal. That doesn't do it for me.
No,
I would rather just focus on centaur crime, Nathan.
yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any rare animals that are crime related. So
It's illegal to take their picture.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could make it illegal to photograph. This would be a very elaborate plan where we lobby to make it illegal to photograph certain animals, and then we photograph them, and then they become very rare and expensive. But that seems like a really long walk.
yeah. As cons go, that is pretty long.
Exactly. I would prefer we just do the smash and grab on this one.
Yeah, we don't
All
have time
right.
for that plan to bear fruit. So
No, not at all. Okay, Nathan. Well, I think
unless it's because centaurs are presumably rare. So is this implying that we should start an OnlyFans for centaurs?
only tars. A little apostrophe behind the T.
Yeah.
Um, I am down with making a pornography business. If you ask me whether or not I'm for or against centaur pornography, I am for it all the
Put me
way.
in the for column.
Yeah, I mean, porn's all the rage these days.
Yeah, people seem to enjoy it.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day, how it's like it's this natural progression of like, your car has become a taxi, your house has become a hotel, and now you are the purveyor of your own pornography.
It's true.
It's really giving sex workers the means of production.
Right.
And who better to benefit from this than the centaurs, Nathan? Too long have they been taken advantage of by the sex work industry.
Absolutely.
Um, and this, okay, so we're going to pitch Netflix on centaur porn.
Yeah, it's a new category, a new streaming category for them to capture that emerging market, centaur pornography.
And good news, it's mandatory. You have to watch it.
And crime.
This is about how America has to atone for watching the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. Listen, that is a collective sin on our souls. It's a spot on our souls, and to
Yeah.
atone for it, you really need to watch this centaur porn.
Wouldn't we all feel better if we just watched some centaur porn? that will heal our troubled world.
Exactly. It could be a nice thing where we all just admit like that we did this. Like, yeah, we're all weird. We all watch centaur porn. It's
Yeah.
fine. All right. I think we have our marching orders. Um, I think we might be on a watch list now, Nathan.
It's very possible.
I'm really so like after we get off these live streams, I always generate a thumbnail using ChatGPT for our videos.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what ChatGPT is capable of returning based on the direction that we're headed.
Yeah, that will be interesting to find out.
Sex crimes. You want to see it now?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Trying to be a little bit sneaky in how I get around this.
Yeah, you got to kind of talk Derek into some of these.
Yeah. He's not going to want to do it, but he's about to. Oh, okay.
Is he way too excited about it? It's like I've been creating centaur porn on my own for a long time. So finally,
This
someone
is
to
just kind
share it
of
with.
it's kind of confusing is all. Can you see it?
No, it says no item selected.
Oh, well.
Well,
Did you like my Reagan impersonation?
I did.
Well, now do you see it?
I, I do see it. I'm confused by some of the anatomy.
Yeah. Yeah, it appears to be Patrick Swayze, and it appears that he is breaking the back of the centaur woman.
At least it answered my question about the centaur ladies. It didn't default to a male centaur.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have him try again. I think this is a good start, but it needs some work. Tell you
Yeah.
what, you can be pleasantly surprised when you see the thumbnail.
All right.
All right. Well, Nathan, as always, this has been a real It's been a real pleasure talking about centaur pornography with you.
It was all leading to this.
All roads have led to this. So let's spend some time independently doing some work and some research, and we'll get back to Netflix with an offer they absolutely cannot refuse.
Because it's as mandatory as their subscription soon will be.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, America. Italy.